Now we have our part in our measuring practice folder. So let's measure our part using in our toolbar the inspect tool. So under inspect, we're going to click measure. So let's go ahead and find it. So I found measure. Now using that measuring tool, we can select any edge or surface that we want to measure the length, or we even want to measure the area of. So first let's measure the thickness of that rib. That triangle part is called a rib. So what I can do is I can click one line, and notice on the right side of the box it shows the length, but we want to know the thickness. So let's click the line opposite from it, and now we're choosing the distance from line 1 to line 2. And you'll notice the number 12 showed up, which is correct according to our photo from earlier. The thickness of the rib should be 12 millimeters. Now let's measure the diameter of that hole. So we just covered diameter versus radius. So let's use the measure tool again. Select the edge of the circle, which is called the circumference. And notice on the right side, the box, it tells us the radius and it tells us the diameter. Even if we just had the diameter, we could divide by 2 in order to get the radius. Fusion is kind enough to give us both measurements. Let's use the measure tool again under inspect to measure the overall width of our part. So let's select that edge, and there we go, 60 millimeters. So now we feel good with the measure tool. Using the measure tool, we can also measure angles. Here I'm measuring the angle of the rib, and we get 90 degrees. I just chose the two edges that form that right triangle. You can also measure surface area. So in this case, I'm measuring the surface area of the top part of our part. I just used the measure tool and clicked what area I wanted to measure, and it will generate already the surface area of the part without us having to do any math.